SGC here, crap voice, but we're back anyways. So we're back for us comics time. Let's get it on. First up, we have Rick and Morty number 20. We have a different artist in the house for the half of the issue. Is written and illustrated by Kyle Starks. And then Twas the Night Before Rickmas was Marc Ellerby. And I definitely miss Ellerby's art because it's just a drastic change of sort of like thin inking to like thick inks, and the colors are fine, I guess. I mean, it's colored by the same person. I mean, Crank, only Katie Farina colored everything. So, I mean, it's different. Like, it's more cartoony. But I guess I just got so used to, like, this art that I was just, whoa, this is weird. But overall, I mean, it's another crazy story of just Morty sort of proving himself that he's more than what people think he is. And that's always fun, just to see how he can prove himself. And that was kind of gross when he figured out where his muscles came from. And Twist the Night Before Rickmas was also fun. Just having Santa Claus show up and just being an alien. And it's just like, Jerry's just not cool. But yeah, anyways, can't wait for the next one. Next up, Shudder 24. We have a Huckleberry-centric issue. Loved it. It's just to see where she came from, like her upbringing and all that, and then what she has to deal with now that she has lost her arm or a hand, and all the stuff that she has to go through. And definitely love the ending. And totally bummed that I missed Leila's, like, the Plant Man, because I read it now versus when it came out. So hopefully I'll pick that up next year. But overall, I mean, it's a good, like, centric sort of narrative break, just to build up, like, the backstories and stuff. So definitely dug this. Can't wait for the next one. Saga 40, we have continuation of the ghost girl being gone, and then just more war talk and the bounties, and it's just like, what's gonna happen? I mean, are we gonna find Isabel? I mean, the ghost girl. And then, like, the ending is just like, oh gosh, what did he do to himself? What's gonna happen? Like, are we gonna lose him or what? Anyways, can't wait for the next one. Next up, 17 Eternity number 3? Right there, couldn't see it. Yeah, interesting continuation of this, like, break-in, and then it's just going flashbacks, talking about what his sort of motivations are for living, and just seeing this crew sort of fight against this monster thing. Definitely the action was kind of like, oh, what's really going on? I have to reread it a couple of times. But overall, like, the action was kind of cool in terms of, like, skill sets and all that. So definitely can't wait to see where they're going to go with this. It's like 7 against the whole world on the road to ruin. Definitely cool monster designs, like this thing that he summoned, that was pretty cool. So dug that. So yeah, I can't wait for the next one. Next up, Guardians of the Galaxy's number 14. Scared me for a bit. I was like, oh no, did I not pick up the Art Adams cover? But there was none for this issue. So I guess Celero had a break. So Kevin Maguire came in, and I definitely say Maguire's art is very similar to Valerie, the previous artist. Definitely interesting issue of just like Spider-Man being in a story. I mean, like, it was a flashback where, like, Rocket's just like, I hate Spider-Man, and then he talks about how they met, I guess. So I mean, some Venom action, and just like how Flash sees Parker. So that's kind of nice. So yeah, definitely can't wait to see. Not can't wait. Guardians is kind of iffy nowadays. It's just like, where is it really going? What's it trying to say? I mean, it's kind of hard for this book to work, because I mean, you have Gamora, and you have your Star-Lord, and you have your Rocket Raccoon books, and now Venom is on its own. I mean, I really gotta check that out, because I mean, like, how did Venom, like, go back to the original host? Can you hear me? I don't know. I hope you can, because it sucks if you can't. Anyways, we have up next Old Man Logan, number 14. We have some, like, vampire action here. Jubilee's in the mix, and we have this motley crew of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. Different artists this time. We have, actually no, Philip Andrade? I don't know. I feel like I have seen his art, but it's different. Isn't Sorrentino supposed to be drawing this? Or Sorrentino's been off for a while. I always forget. But kind of nice, like, action splash pages and just overall difference. And it's going to be I'm not looking at the camera. But it's going to be interesting to see where they're going to go from here. Because, I mean, 14. Yeah. Anyway. Can't wait for the next one. Next up, Deadly Class number 24. We get more of Z's, sort of like how she sees her buddies. That was kind of fun, just to see their dynamics and how the previous sort of powerhouses are working now to like redefine their stance and just take over their school type of thing. And then we get to just know more about all these new kids, so that was fun. The ending's gonna be interesting to see where they're gonna take that. Like, is Saga gonna kill a lot of people or something, or what's gonna go down? Next up, Black Widow number 8. We have some crazy White House action, and wow, Nick Fury on the moon. That's kind of interesting. I mean, that really points to the ending. And but anyway, so I mean, we have the Lion, who clearly is just setting up Black Widow for something big at the end, as she's fighting all these little girls and just figuring out who's crazy and who's not. That's overall, I mean, like, great book, action-packed, all that stuff. One thing I noticed, though, when I was reading the Widowmaker at the end was that there was this one guy who was very, like, Nick Smiles from Western Australia. He was very, like, critical about timeline and stuff, and it was just kind of cool to see the editor just be like, hey, man, you know, it's comics. We do what we gotta do. You can't have a real timeline because just things didn't work back then, and we gotta make it real now. Definitely a long time coming that I haven't read. Like, oh my goodness, this is like a really long reply. I wonder what they said. Sometimes I like skim them, but this time I was like, gotta read this. So yeah, I can't wait for the next one. Anyway, that's it for this week's comics. Next up is the sales stuff, so let's get it on. First up, Demonic number 4. Things are getting real now. The cops are getting down on Scott, and Scott's alibi is just totally not working. I'm definitely seeing that he wants to control the demon now, and it's a change for the better. But overall, it's still kind of, where is it going? Aftermath, Big Clean number 4, an actual continuation from last issue, and that huge chunk of meat was pretty crazy. Crazy fight scenes, and interesting story. I mean, love the art, love the colors, and the continuation is like an extra bonus. And now we got like that fighter dude joining those two guys. Can't wait for the next one. I wonder if it's gonna actually connect to issue 4. Next up, Witchfinder, City of the Dead, number 4 of 5. We get some craziness. Like, the snakes, they get away, and then the cops are totally like, you guys are gotta be kidding me. And then the Man-Bat shows up, and the ending looks pretty intense. I wonder what's gonna go up with that. I mean, one more issue to go. Karnak number 4, totally interesting sort of progression of the narrative. Karnak can't defeat these people because they're not real or whatever, and his kid is totally like super powerful, and I wonder what's going to go over that because it looks pretty intense. She-Wolf, another great issue. It is the end of the arc. We have summonings, and then the parents are talking, and then this demon comes up, and it's just great fun all around. Love the art, love the colors, and total props for it being a one-man project, because that's a lot of work to do. Lastly, we got Bounty number 5. Sort of confusing in terms of narrative. I was confused as to, is this a flashback or not, because there's no like then or now. But overall, I really love the whole female sort of just doing their thing, and it's just like not your typical sort of female role, but rather like, you know, she can take care of herself, and the dude is, she still has her emotions, and I like that. It's not just like a macho woman. Overall, it's been an interesting sort of 5 issues. It's been fun. Definitely will be on the lookout for the next one. I don't know if I bought issue 6. I probably didn't. But definitely it was more fun than I thought it was going to be. And definitely wishing the world could be bigger, because, I mean, this arc has been pretty small, but it's a new thing. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, that's it for this week's Comics Time. I hope you like what you got, because it's your money. And as always, leave your comments, blah, blah, blahs down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And that's it for this week's Comics Time. Out.